Good afternoon. It's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's Wednesday, and it's time for another session. I'm uh, I'm Dr. John Celestri, and I'm here to help you learn how to, or I'm just going to just impart my experience as a comic book artist and animator, and hopefully you'll learn something from me. I'll learn from your questions, and that's great. But just to reiterate, or just to explain to you uh, how I'm a doctor. I earned my doctorate of animation through my 45 plus years of professional old school animation and comic book experience. So I guess that through experience, that gives me a doctorate. So anyway, for the next 30 minutes, the doctor is in, and it's time for my opening. Hi. Well, I'm glad to see that you're here. Whether you are watching me live or on the replay, welcome. And I'm hoping that you'll enjoy and be edified by what I have to say and what I'll be showing you. Um, Now, today we're going to be doing work how to set up a flash page, like the opening of your comic book story, which is probably about one of the most important things you can do besides having a great cover. The opening page is really, really important. But before we do that, I want to just say to you that I'm part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and I'm really happy to be part of this. And uh, we've got a whole slew of programs on the network, and I've got the latest up and coming. Well, here's a yeah, it's the updated card that shows you all the programs and their times, so you could take a shot of it at some point, screenshot as you run this through your if you're live now watching me, or if you watch me on a replay, you can take a shot of this, and you can check out all these other great programs. So right now, I'm going to be focusing the on doing a story, a flash page. Um, I think it's great that that we've got people here. I can see there are three viewers right now. So thank you for being here. And if you have any kind of questions as I go along, please type them into your chat, and I'll try and I'll cover that as we go along. So let me get us here to my little board here, and let's start with this. Let me get you here. Okay. So um, what what I've done is the let me just say, for just for sake of oh, hello, hello, frater, hello. Can you, I'm coming across okay? I want to make sure because we had some internet problems earlier on, and I want to make sure that that everything is coming through. So please let me know if the audio is, if you have any problems with it, please let me know. So let me get here. So um, what you see here is I did this as on pencil on paper, and this was a really really rough. You know, it wasn't even a thumbnail. It was just a sketching. Placement of object of elements in the page. You'll note here, as I go across, see the cursor through here. This is my title. This is kind of the logo title of Bloodwing Angel, and I've got I titled put in here like episode 5 Under the Demon's Eye, and then I was doing an old fashioned, rather a Kirby-esque monster from the 1950s. Um, Skulls and whatnot are around here, and there's another monster here, and this is supposed to be Michael flaming on and launching herself at the beast, and this is a bust ahead of Michael, giving the recap of what happened in the last episode, at least introducing us to it. And then here is the copyright info, and that's what I did. I put down on a. This is the size of the panel, the full splash page, as it would be as a printed form, and I wanted to place all the elements in here as quickly as I could, and so I played around with that, and oh, here we go. Frada looks great. Sound is also good. That's good. And Drake Versteed, it's good. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll carry on. So this is the full version, exactly the way I thought it would be. But I realized I didn't have enough room here. So what I did was I laid down another version of this here. I just reduced it. And all I did was I just took the layer here and just reduced the whole thing down. And so I had a little more space. So let me show you how I started layering all this. And I'm just going to put in the various elements of dialogue and whatnot. The first thing is, oh, okay. Before I do that, I'm going to show you. I layered it down. Wrong one here. Is this it here? That's it. Okay. This here, I went it down for about 50%, just so that I could start laying other elements on top of it. And one of the first things was for Michael's bust, like so. So now we've got this element here. Then I'm going to throw down all of the, and there's the dialogue balloons that I put here. Where is, okay, it's all here. We now have, you could see, is the dialogue here, working with the balloon. All of this is the copyright information, all about, who owns this and so on and so forth. This is my Bloodwing Angel. It's pretty much it's not the title. It's kind of like my one of the logos I use, Bloodwing Angel Chronicles, and my created by byline, and episode 5 under the demon's eye. Now that I have all of this, well, this is all important information to have. Down here, you have to have this material. I mean, some people use on their, for the inside front cover, they'll place all this information here. But I don't have that room. I'm using the inside front cover for something else. So this was where you'd put this material back in the 1950s and 40s and 60s. So now here you've got, now I see what the space is that I've got for the monsters and the other elements. Now here for Michael as a flaming on, have reuse from some other imagery. So this gives you a whole idea. Now I know where, how much I have to actually draw. So it, reuse is not a problem. Make use of it. You know, if you've got images that you can, you know, don't have to redraw, you know, because it's continually going to be the same sort of thing. Well, make use of it. They did it all the time in the old days. Um, so let's see, carry on here. All right. So I'm going to on a separate level now on this layer. I'm going to start playing with the drawing element of the. I'm going to start doing the monster here, and I'm going to start on a separate level. I'm going to start drawing it a bit. Let's see here, and I'm going to use red in this case. Oops. Okay. I'm going to start playing with this. I'm going to try doing straights and bends. And just, you know, instead of it just being squiggles, I'm going to start trying to do shapes. You can see I'm really now getting some kind of form that's a bit more specific. And shaping here, trying to give it a nice, you know, different types of forms and shapes that will be interesting and not just, you know, oh, they're not boring. And I'm not realistic. I really don't want to be realistic. Now, one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a skull. Again, this is not a finished drawing. I'm just trying to get an idea of what kind of shapes I can play with. I'm gonna save this for a moment here as it's let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Questions by Drake. Drake, are there any comics that you made that I could I could find? Yes, on my I've got on Indiegogo and I've got two different things happening with in Indiegogo. I've got two in demand uh, campaigns. Um, Now it depends on what you're looking for. Um, I still have my Kickstarter going for Bloodwing Angel with books 1 and 2. I still have it happening right now. Um, on in demand at this point right now, I also have for my Snuffy and Zoe um, in demand show books. I have young kids material, but I have ranges from 4 years old to about 12 years old. I've got two different series, and with Bloodwing Angel is the third series, and that's for 17 plus. Or for, anybody with a maturity to to be not offended by the idea of what of this angel character. So you can find them there. The uh, just look on just type my name up. As John Celestri, or go to you know I can I'll put those in the links here. Let me just let me see what I can do here. Um, and let's get here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Good. Let's see. No, I'll do it a little later on for this here. And hello, Mr. Sugar Chris. Hello. And thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. So let me uh, let me carry on a little more here with this. And okay, so oh, and okay, so I'm going to be drawing, you know, uh, bits and pieces of. Right now, I just want to get an idea of the mounds. I'm not trying to do anything that's really overwhelming. I just want to get an idea of shapes and forms and how play around with this a bit. Okay, let me just. I want to get into this face. There's another. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm making this beast part of this other beast. Okay. I get some more of the some we get some horns here, and he's got a nice cyclops sort of character. So let's get rid of this here. Okay. Instead of a pupil, I thought it would be cool for him to have just a skull. And here we get some more stuff here. This is to just to give me a really good idea of what my shapes are. Yes, you got your tongue going on here, and you've got the interior of the mouth. Now, I now have a pretty good, idea of what this will look like as pretty much of an opening page. That's really the most more important thing right now is will you be wanting to turn the page, but it sets up what was happening before, and now how is Michael going to get out of this problem? And here we have the Sin Killer. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. We just said hello. So the this here to me is a very important thing that we can, you know, create a page. And this is the thing. The enticement should have, as you know, up here you've got your well, I'm going to just put this here. Um, you've got your title page, as I said. You've got title page, yeah, and it's or the series Bloodwing Angel Chronicles, your byline, an episode, and the title. That should be the first thing that you see. Well, you should take it all in as as one pleasing look, but it needs to be balanced in some ways. I mean, you've got to have a lot of information here, but that's one quarter of the page here. This is the three quarters, almost another three quarters, and this is your your business portion of it. But all of this, I think, it makes it for an interesting, you know, exciting visual. It's very simple and it's very clean, but yet it's not boring, I don't think. So, uh, turning the page is a thing that you want your audience to do. And to me, this is one of the simplest ways of doing it is giving them action, giving them, a setup, and time to turn the page. Let's see. I'm from Portugal. Yes, yes, yes. It is night already. I know. It's what, about 8:30 your time, 9 o'clock your time? Uh, yes, I know. So okay. Are there any areas or times that you want me to talk about? Any particular element that I haven't covered? You know, um, the the it seems like uh, it's 8:25 p.m. Yes, okay. So yeah, we're 5 hours difference. 5 hours difference. Um, Now, as I said, is there anything here that will be of, any topic, anything that you want me to go into further? Because the story is, if we just check through these elements. Uh, Let me just here do it with I think. Um, I'm going to do this on a sec. Let me get a separate sheet here. Okay. Um, Note the line of action that's going on. This is the thing that I really am very a stickler for, and that is you do have your force going here, but you also have these elements that are framing the Michael. You've got this element here, you've got this element here, and again, obviously, this here, the eye is looking towards him and through and from this side here. So it's kind of like, okay, our focus is going to be here. Here's our hero, even though it's a small image. Even though Michael is by himself here. Um, and that's all the size of it. That's what Michael is. Let's get here and yep, that's there. And yeah, oop, where am I here? This is the okay. So I think I've covered pretty much what I can for this, and we're heading on to the onto the 30-minute line here. Okay. We got here. Drake, how long will it take you to draw this whole comic? Ah, okay. If I am just drawing it, if I'm just doing pencils, I can do a page a day of pencils. Okay. And this is a 48-page book, episode. So it's 48 days of very strong hard work. But then I'm also inking, and then it'll take me a year because I'm doing, I've got to do the inking, the lettering, the coloring, and the thinking. Yeah, I've written it out, and I'm doing my thumbnails. So that's how long it would take me. Yeah. So and Father C, this killer, the same in Germany. Yes, yes, you're both about the same time. Yes. Okay. Well, um, so I've got I'm going to, if you give me a moment, I'm going to try and the get my get some links here so that I can you can I could put that in the chat for Bloodwing Angel here. And let's see here. I'm gonna copy this and go here. Okay, here's Bloodwing Angel into the chat. There's the Bloodwing Angel. Okay, Frauder says, I wish I would have your worth ethic. Well, this is all I do. I'm not. I thank you for that, but this is what I do. Um, that's my big um, uh, my job. Uh, I know that you all have different. You have more jobs, and you've got a full-time job. I don't. This is what I do. So yes, but I've always worked that way. I've always done something every day. Even when I had a full-time job, I was doing maybe about I would do something. I would do a portion of a page. I would do I would do something that would keep me that would move the project across. So if you've let me know that this has come through. Uh, that's the Kickstarter right now, and there's a few more days left in this Kickstarter, and so check that out and look this over. This is for the Bloodwing Angel Chronicles, specifically book 2, but I also have make book 1 available through this Kickstarter. So, and I will also hold on a second and let's try the other one. This is the I will try to get the other. This is the for the kids. So I'm going to do this, and we are going through here, and this is the other. This is for Snuffy and Zoe's Toy Box Adventures and Mega Moose. So you've got for Snuffy and Zoe, it's aimed at a 4 to 7-year-old range, and then 8 to 12 years old is Mega Moose. So that's my other. This is the Mega Moose and Snuffy and Zoe series, and this is the Kickstarter for Bloodwing Angels Chronicles. So I thank you very much for asking, and so I guess this is everything that I have to say right now about your planning and the approach to doing your your page. Yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, Joe. This is from the desk of a small press publisher. Dag nabbit, I'm late again. Yes, I know. That's the problem. Is that you're on Central Time and I'm on East Coast Time, and there's not much I can do about that. What we're going to have to do then is have a um, what is this here? What That is a pretty portrait of Mike. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's you're gonna get that's I like that. I had a good had a fun time drawing her in this case. And so um we need to talk. What would we just talk afterwards, um, Joe? Let me um, let me send you something, okay? And so anyway, I appreciate you all, you know, being here. And well, that what yes, yes, they are. That's what they're all about. Yes, I know. But listen, you have it, to talk, and that's the great thing. Thank you, Jay. Take care. Be safe, everyone. Yes, you take care, Sin Killer. Yes, absolutely. So I'll see you later next week. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week, but hopefully it will be an interesting thing. So, anyway, you take care, and I will see you in the great beyond, I guess. Take care. Okay, bye.